for our resident Viking, Erik.
Sorry, I had to pee. I'm ready now. I'm going to move this. I feel like this is in When I run fast, like I just snatched a purse that belongs to a bear. A bear made out of hot lava, coming hard down the side of a volcano, her fiery slag clawing at my heels. When I run, I'm high-stepping. My knees and elbows arrow up to the sun. The shadow cast from my stride is magnificent, a thing to be feared. When I run, I don't actually move. Instead, I make the earth spin backwards under my feet. I speed up continental drift. Somewhere in the middle of Australia, an aborigine falls over in surprise, dropping his didgeridoo mid-note. When I run, I reverse time, and people get younger. Their skin more supple, their bones less porous. Music plays backwards, and teenagers are briefly inclined to worship Satan. Flocks of migratory birds get confused. Only I know this. When I run, dogs bark at me. In dog, they say, "You are so lucky you're not on a leash." I know, I say. I could not be more liberated at this moment, and I dream of humping their owner's legs as a gesture of canine fraternity. But I'm in too much of a hurry to seriously consider this, because when I run fast. When I run, I spy people on the road in their air-conditioned cars, and the people on the road in their air-conditioned cars cheer me on from their seated positions. They do this in their minds, but when I run, I can see their thoughts in little cartoon clouds above their heads. I read them all as I pass like frames in a comic strip, and I see that one of them wants to hump my leg. When I run, I spit. Fierce, mighty globs, rich and viscous. Wherever they land, new strains of flowers sprout up. These flowers eat the weaker flowers around them. Sometimes my spit flies out like Bolivian bolas. They wrap around the ankles of small woodland creatures. Bunnies and squirrels faceplant, their legs locked in my phlegmy shackles. But I do not feel bad about this, because they look up and smile, honored to have been chosen. When I run straight at the wind and have hard sex with it. Right there on the track, I don't give a damn. The wind sex doesn't slow me down at all. She blows all over my whole body and whispers that I'm the best. Between heavy breaths, I tell her that I know. When I run, I fart. Loud in successive rhythmic bursts to match my pace. My ass plays like a trumpet. In the hands of a seasoned yet temperamental jazz musician, the farts announce my own arrival to court. Hear ye, they declare. Now comes a man who runs fast. When I run, I sweat poetry. Prose drips out of my pores. Sonnets stream down my back, and salty limericks coalesce in the dark dankness under my balls. A disembodied, gravelly-voiced announcer reads all the verse like a script to an extended-length Nike commercial in which I am the star. The spot is cinematic in scope, with multiple camera angles, high production values, and a ponytail director who I choose to ignore. And still, he wants to hump my leg. When I run, I realize I've been running for so long. I've been running from so many things, from the crushing pressure of adult life, from the wreckage of a shattered marriage, from the dangerous desires of my still beating heart, but mostly when I run from death. That douchebag tries to chase me, but he trips on his cloak and falls over in comic fashion. I call over my shoulder, "Hey, you skeleton-looking sumbitch. Can't catch me." When I run, not all of this may be true. But this part is. When I run, I am not afraid, because for the first time, I'm not running from anything. I'm running to something, and somehow that makes me run even faster.
The Bruce Jenner of poetry.